When were you last sick? When did you last get sick? I'm serious. Was it recent? Is it frequent? That's an extremely important question, because when you get sick, that simply means something is wrong. And if it's happening frequently, that means frequently something is wrong. And when something is wrong, that sucks. I have not been sick since 2020. It is now 2025, July 31st. I have not been sick in 5 years. And it was literally like January, the first week, second week of January of 2020. So it's been over 5 years. Have not been sick. Ask anybody that knows me if you don't believe me. But I literally haven't been sick in 5 years. And that's important to note, because it might not sound rare, but it actually is. And I just know that from people I know. Frequently getting sick, or just getting sick during that 5-year time span when I have not gotten sick. The last time I was sick, I did get COVID. I was pretty much okay. Lucky. I know not everybody was. And I actually know people who have passed away from it. So I don't want to hear anything regarding the topic. I'm just stating that I would work all day at home, and then I'd be tired as shit at night, and I'd go immediately to bed. But that was the last time I was sick. Maybe a few nasty hangovers sprinkled in there, but my immune system has remained very strong and very healthy because of the way that I treat my body, right? So you're probably asking, who cares? Why? Really? How'd you do that? 5 years? Maybe you are thinking, that is a long time. It is. I've never gone that stretch of time prior to 2020 in my life. I had always either gotten like a flu or something seasonal, or catch a bug, or strep throat, or whatever it is, right? Kind of the normal stuff that you hear going on throughout the year, especially during the winter months. I haven't had any of that in 5 years. So for me, that's stand out. Regardless of how it sounds to you, that's stand out to me. Now, why and how? And what does it mean, right? Why? Because, again, of the way that I'm trying my best to take care of my body, which directly relates to food. If you didn't guess that that's where we're going, that's where we're going. How? Because, again, fueling my body correctly on not necessarily a daily basis. That's really hard to do every single day of the year, but trying to stick to the 90-10 rule, 90 clean, 10 indulge / junk. And what this means is I'm doing something that others can try to follow along with, and they might see the same results. I have a good amount of buddies that often I hear that they're sick. And I don't know what their regiment it is, because I don't follow them to a T and they don't share it in the same way that I do. But I would like to think that if they were a lot more specific and particular with their decisions for their food and their health and their products that they use, they would likely have a better chance of not getting sick. So my immune system has been boosted through the roof, okay? And the ability to not get sick is the most functional it's ever been in my entire life. And I'm the oldest I've ever been in my entire life. Guys, I haven't been sick in 5 years. That's crazy, okay? I might not have sold it hard enough earlier, but that's crazy. And again, looking back at my life prior, used to always get sick at least once. Nothing crazy, but again, you catch the flu, you get a bug, you get strep throat, whatever it is. It would always happen. It's common. And you can recover from it and it's all good, so you don't necessarily think that much about it other than, yeah, that sucked when it happened. It set me back. I missed work, I missed school, whatever it was. I got to catch up. I got to build back up. I lost a lot of weight during that time. But what about just not getting sick at all? What does that mean? I'd have to assume that means your body is operating pretty well, pretty optimally. Let's look at what has been done over the last 5 or so years, right? I've mentioned this before, and if you haven't watched it yet, go to the life insurance YouTube video that I did, where I talk about how I added another $1 million of coverage and cut the monthly premium cost in half by transforming my health through food, scaling back on alcohol, and exercise. That's weights and cardio, okay? In 7 months, completely changed my blood work results. And point being, that's carried since now to 2025 and has allowed me to operate at such a level that I don't even worry about getting sick. I don't care when there's a flu going around. I don't give a shit if other people around me are getting sick. I have attended numerous events, parties, family get-togethers, gatherings, the gym over these years, and I haven't even batted an eye at the fact that someone else was just sick or is currently sick and is still there, or left and said, guys, I'm sick. Literally haven't cared. Haven't even thought twice about it. I just say, yeah, I'm assuming I'm going to be good. Why? Because I've proven that I'm still good, regardless of who I've come into contact with. That's crazy. If you're fueling your body the correct way, it's going to function the way it was designed, created, God-given on this earth to function, okay? If you're able to feed it correctly, the inside of the body goes crazy. It's just pumping at full steam, full speed. Whoa, that bump always drops it. It's pumping at full speed, full steam, and it's operating efficiently and effectively, okay? If you are not fueling your body the correct way, you're not going to have the correct energy. Your body is not going to have a correctly fueled immune system to fight against sicknesses and diseases, and you're not going to be able to simply just perform on a daily basis at your highest level. If you're a go-getter, if you're a hustler, if you have a big job, if you have a family, if you have people that rely on you, if you have a million things on your to-do list, you need to perform. Every day, non-negotiable, no questions asked, you have to perform. You don't have time for excuses. You don't have time for maybe tomorrow or, oh, I'll take a few days off. You don't have time for it. I'm literally talking, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know you don't have time for that because everything around you in your world needs you every single day and they need you at your best. So why would you not make sure that you're doing things that are going to fuel the best you on a daily basis? I'm talking about the food, okay? Again, the food. Then you can even take it even next step and you can get into specific products, eliminating certain things and introducing other things. For example, if you cook with non-stick pans, they're really bad for you. The metals, the coatings, it's terrible for you and you're ingesting them. Cast iron pans, a great thing to swap them out for. They're heavy, the cleaning is a little different, a few extra steps, but it's probably well worth it, okay? And that's just one example of many. The point being, if you are putting good in, you're going to get good out, and your well-oiled machine is going to operate at top-tier, optimal operation, okay? Think about it. If you have a nice car, a sports car, an exotic, and you open the gas cap, very likely it will instruct you need to put 93 octane fuel in this car. I don't know that the car companies care that you're going to spend more on your gas. Maybe there would be some back-end correlation, but I don't know why they would care that you spend a little more for better gas. But they're advising you that this machine will run better when you put better stuff in it. Your body operates the same way. When you put better stuff in it, it's going to perform and operate better. It's simple. I was a huge victim of putting 85 octane in the tank for years. Ate what I wanted, junk, drinking, fiesta, excessive drinking, excessive eating and overindulging, didn't care. for a while, I worked out really hard and had a thin person's metabolism and relied heavily on that, but I was really just holding myself back. As my metabolism slowed with age and that type of behavior caught up to me more, then when I completely stopped working out, if you haven't seen that video, you need to. I lost my motto. But point being, those things, you're holding yourself back. Now, when you need to put the better fuel in, oh my God, you're like a superhero. Another video I did, check that one out. The super version of yourself. You need correct brands and correct sourcing. So ingredients, not processed, no pesticides, no shit put into the food that's gonna actually make it so you're fighting against what you eat, okay? You need things that are going to properly fuel you, so correct brands, correct sourcing. My wife and I, mostly my wife, have gone through over these past 5 years and vetted the hell out of products. We're only talking about food right now. The list goes beyond that, but vetted out food to make sure that it checks the box in actually being good brands, good sourced, clean, correct fuel. Then we tested them. That means we ate them and drank them every day. And guess what happened? Changes and transformation. And I didn't get sick during the whole process. All right? So if you are finding yourself getting discouraged because you're getting sick, okay? Whether it's frequent or infrequent, but when it does happen, it sucks. There's a change you can make that is natural, requires no scheming up of anything extra, no doctor's visits, none of that. It's simply just buying the correct food and consuming it. This can help you try to avoid getting sick. And then on top of that, making you a better version of yourself. No setbacks, only progress forward, fueling the body correct. And let me say this too, whether you're trying to lose weight or gain weight, the answer is still the exact same. If you were gonna come to me and you were gonna look for a program, you were gonna join Health for Hustlers, and you said, Kyle, I wanna lose weight first, I would tell you, this is your list of food and this is what you're going to eat. You do not need to count macros unless you want to. You're going to simply adjust how much of this food you eat based on the results you're seeing and the way your body is reacting. You need to couple that in with your exercise, weights and cardio, and that needs to be done correctly too. We can also pair that in. But point being, all you need to do is make adjustments to the same information and your body will do the rest. Then, when you say, Kyle, I want to gain weight, but I want it to be muscle that I put on, you're going to take the same information and you're going to apply it, but you're going to change the quantity. You're probably going to need to consume more of it. Oh, well, there's only a handful of things on the list. It's not like the entire grocery store is up for grabs. That's right, because we've eliminated a lot of it because it's trash. But you simply up the quantities of what's on the list. I used to hate leftovers, man. Never would do it, refused it. Now, the food is good, so it's not like I'm telling you eat boring, lame chicken and rice. It's good source stuff that actually tastes good. It's so doable. It's so easy. And implementing this will either help you lose weight or gain weight or do one then the other. And I'm telling you, when it comes to the gaining the weight and putting on muscle, I don't want you to think, oh, I'm just going to be eating a ton. It's going to be, a bulking season and you're just eating like shit. That's not the point. You're still going to stick to your 90-10 rule. And you're still going to stick to the guide so that you're still fueling the body correctly, not just using trash to gain shitty weight, okay? Because this will help you build up the correct weight, muscle, and allow you to still do things you should be doing even though you're trying to gain weight. That's cardio and that's core. Oh, well, I thought it was my excuse to get out of cardio and core. Nope. You can still gain weight and be doing cardio and core every single day. Every day. And I have proven that by simply doing it myself. From April to June, I went from 173, 75 pounds to 190 to 195 pounds, putting on straight muscle, doing the stairs, rowing, ski erg, HIIT, running now, core work, and 15 plus pounds of muscle, 15 to 20 pounds, all while still doing that. Maybe it took a little bit longer, but again, April to June's not that big of a timeline, guys. This is so easy to implement. Stop sleeping on this. I know there's some part of you that has the urgency for this. I know there's a piece in you that wants to do this in some capacity. I need you to just simply act on that slight urge. That's all it takes. Another video you should reference is, I hate doing this so I don't. My other YouTube video about you hate doing it so you don't do it. But if there's that slight urge, we're gonna act on it, and suddenly in due time, through progress, change, results, you're gonna start to like it, enjoy it, and love it. Just like I now have no problem with leftovers. They're actually pretty good. And you can't throw anything away in this day and age because it's so inexpensive. But it's changed for me by simply acting, having discipline, and allowing it to go from hating it to actually enjoying it. So if you're willing to just act on that slight impulse, urge, desire, aspiration of, I wish I could do that. I don't want to get sick. And I don't want to get like sick either, right? We're talking cancer and other diseases. My family was rocked by that, so I know all about it. Now that's partly why I'm so into all this fitness and health stuff more than ever. Before, like I said, I didn't really give a shit. I just worked out and did whatever I want, ate whatever I wanted. If you're just willing to act on that and see what it can do, give it a little time, see the changes. I'm telling you, your energy from this food, that's the other thing. If you're trying to lose weight, the energy is the hardest part, right? You feel drained, you feel tired, having to do your whole day and work out. So you're literally working out and doing all else, and you're probably doing cardio too because you're trying to lose weight. It drains, it weighs, it sucks, it's hard. But here's what's crazy. The people on my program that have been losing weight have been able to eat more food. Not crazy, but they've been able to eat more than before they started the program. And they've been fueled and energized way more, and fueled and energized correctly because of this food. Okay? So now they have more energy. They're able to, unless they decide not to based on their goals, they're able to at least eat a little bit more, and they're able to get through their day. They can work, they can do their chores, they can do their hobbies, they can work out, they can do weights, they can do cardio, they can do whatever else they do, all else, because they've been correctly and properly fueled to do so, okay? It's like, it's so simple that people don't even really believe it or buy it, so they don't do it. But when you actually implement it, and there's other people on the internet that look better than me, and probably perform better than me, that are doing very similar things that I'm talking about that I do, and they get it, and like again, the results are crazy. So it's not just me trying to share this one testament. Guys, at the same time, I'm not just trying to push my program. Like I said, my family's been rocked by sickness and disease. I've seen a change for myself that's made my life better and allowed all else in my life to be better through the health and fitness that I've implemented. And I want to share this with you. I want you to be on this program so that you can be the superhuman version of yourself that you're meant to be. And then you'll excel in all else in your life. Nothing will hold you back. You'll literally be a superhero. You'll be the super version of yourself that God put you on this earth to be. So stop holding yourself back. Stop handicapping yourself with trash and junk. And stop making excuses to not act, and at least just have the discipline to keep trying until you can say, it didn't work, I guess I can stop now, which won't happen. But at least say you've given it an honest effort, because I promise you, you're going to become an absolute savage. So guys, thanks for listening to the rant. Hope it was helpful because, again, when was the last time you were sick? Let's change that. Stop getting sick. Stop. That's so ridiculous. We shouldn't be getting sick. There's no reason for it. We didn't have all the vaccines and shit that we have now back in the day. We weren't worried about all this type of shit trying to, avoid getting sick and the flu season and strep throat and all that. Like, shouldn't even be on the radar, man. Hit me up. Let's get to work. Let's keep you healthy. Let's get you right. Let's build you, your physique, your body, your mental, and then let's build your brand. With all else going on in life, stay fit.